Hi everyone, you're watching the virtual AMICUS and I am Jay Lodha. So wishing all the viewers a very, very happy Republic Day. Freedom in the mind, strength in the words, pureness in our blood, pride in our souls, zeal in our hearts. Let's salute our nation on Republic Day. Happy Republic Day 2022 and let's promise to build a nation that is strong, developed, independent, capable and sets an example for the world. So once again, wishing you all a very happy Republic Day. And today's topic is really very special on the Republic Day because it's a Republic Day special episode. It will be on role of police in criminal justice system, intricacies of police investigation, and the need for police reforms. And joining us today is a very special speaker. He's the former Director General of Police, D.G.P, State of Rajasthan, and D.G.P is the highest ranking police officer. And joining us today is Mr. Kapil Garg, I.P.S. Sir, thank you so much for taking out time. And just to give you all a brief introduction about Sir, who is the amicus for today's section, Sir has served as the Assistant Inspector General of Police Traffic from 92 to 99, Superintendent of Police Udaipur 94, 99, Deputy Director RPA 97, and prior to and Deputy Inspector General of Police from 98 to 2000. Subsequently, he served as Deputy Inspector General of Police, first in CID-CB, then Udaipur Range, Deputy Inspector General of Police, Jaipur Range. Subsequently, he served as Inspector General of Police, Telecommunication, Rajasthan, Inspector General of Police, Ajmer Range, Inspector General of Police, Headquarters, Rajasthan, and then Director Enforcement, Excise Department, Rajasthan, Inspector General of Police, Kota Range, Inspector General of Police, Anti-Corruption Bureau, and Inspector General of Additional Director General of Police, ATS and SOG in Rajasthan, and Additional Director General of Police, Crime Branch, Rajasthan, and subsequently from 2014 till date as Additional Director General of Police, State Crime Records Bureau, Rajasthan, and the Sir was also conferred with the very prestigious Police Medal for meritorious services back in 26th of January 2001, as well as President's Police Medal for distinguished service on 26th of January 2009. And apart from that, Sir, in addition to this, has also worked as an engineer in telephone industries and in railways. As far as police is concerned, Sir's last two postings were as chairman, Rajasthan Police Housing and Construction Corporation Limited, and Director General of Police, Rajasthan. So thank you so much, sir. Your presence really means a lot to me and all my viewers. I'm actually honored to record this session. Anything that you wish to say before we start with our Q&A segments?
Firstly, thank you, Jay, for inviting me here. And I also wish a very happy Republic Day to you and all your viewers. And I think we can begin now.
Very well, sir. So we can quickly start with our Q&A segment, sir. And here we go with our Q&A segment. Sir, question number one, if you could briefly explain the police ranks or the hierarchy of police rank structure in India. Over to you, sir.
Okay. So in India, we have three levels of police officers. There are three channels of recruitment. One is into the Indian Police Service. It is headed by the Director General of Police, and he is assisted by Additional Director General, Inspector General, Deputy Inspector General, and SP. They are all I.P.S officers who are at the highest level, district and above. Then we have the State Police Service, where we have the additional SPs and deputy SPs. They are also at district level in the field, but above the police station. Then we have the subordinate service, which is at the police station level. They are inspectors, sub-inspectors, assistant sub-inspectors, head constables, and constables at the police station. That's the hierarchy. And the supervision work is mostly done by the state level officers or the I.P.S officers.
Very well, sir. And so going to our next question. So what are the laws broadly that govern police in India or laws that are relating to police in India?
So Indian police is constituted under the Police Act. Earlier, we had a Police Act for the entire country, Police Act 1861. After a Supreme Court judgment in 2006 on a PIL by Prakash Singh ji related to police reforms, states have enacted their own Police Act. So the later part, the new police acts cater to quite a few things. The duties have been redefined, the jurisdictions have been defined properly. Certain powers that were non-existent with police, though police was doing those jobs, were also conferred on them. But majorly, there are three things I would say. One is that they now have a fixed tenure for field officers. Secondly, they have redefined their duties. And thirdly, they have now got a structure where there is a state police commission at the policy level, there is police complaints authority at the state and district level, and there is a that is for this complaints authority is for the purpose of accountability to look into complaints. And we also have the intermediary level, which looks into transfers and postings, which we call police establishment board. Recruitments, transfers, postings, promotions. So they are the main changes. Prior to this, we had metropolitan cities of India had their own act. But by and large, entire country was governed by the Police Act of British time. And the laws that you asked about related to police, I would like to mention three major laws, because police is required to enforce a large number of laws, commonly known as special and local laws. But three major laws which are concerned with the administration of criminal justice are Criminal Procedure Code of 1973, then Indian Police Act of 1860, and the Indian Evidence Act of 1872. Together, all these three form the core, the basis of criminal justice system.
Yes, sir. Very well, sir. Now, going ahead with our next question, sir, how important is the robust role of police in criminal justice system and the process? If you could talk us through different roles and powers of police from conducting of impartial and effective investigation to filing of charge sheets, etc.
Police has a number of duties to perform. The main duty is to prevent and detect crime. So whenever there is an offense committed in the society, it is reported to the police, which is responsible for registration, investigation, collection of evidence which can be proved in the court of law beyond reasonable doubt, and charge sheeting the case. So that's the beginning where you begin to administer the criminal justice system and try and give them justice. So if police doesn't do its job properly, job of investigation or even registration, that's also a challenge in this country. Then what happens is that the accused or the criminal gets the benefit of police inaction or inefficient policing. So it has a very, very important role to play. We used to call it police acquittal. That means we haven't registered a case, we've acquitted the accused. And we haven't actually collected proper evidence. We have established the guilt in the sense we know who is the criminal, but haven't collected evidence, even though it was possible. We've acquitted the accused. And there can't be justice. The criminal justice system fails just because police failed. Having said that, all the arms of criminal justice system need to perform very efficiently. That's the police, the prosecution, the courts, and the correctional systems for the criminal justice system to be effective and for it to be able to give justice to the citizens of this country.
Going ahead, sir, the next question is slightly controversial, but a very pertinent and a very important one. What are your views, sir, on corruption and the abuse of power by police, and what have agencies done so far to tackle this menace?
So that's a very important question. So maybe debatable, but you see, corruption and misuse of power is endemic in police. It is something that we need to accept, because unless we accept, we can't rectify. Uh, Police is also a mirror of the society. We have our manpower from the same society. We import the same values, the same practices, same inadequacies, and same strengths as the society of the day. So we are a reflection of the society, and we are no different. We don't work in vacuum. We actually work in a system where all departments, all kinds of people come together, and they are all same everywhere, police or anything. So we have this problem, but we have taken a lot of steps to control it. For example, the department has its own vigilance wing, which looks into complaints and about corruption and improper investigation. Both are looked into by the vigilance department. We also have conduct our own decoy operations where we try and see whether the police personnel are actually doing what they should be doing or are asking for money or not. That's our way of, and we take action, departmental or criminal action, as the case may be, as it deserves. And state government has also taken a large number of initiatives. They have set up the office of Lokayukta for looking into corruption in high places. They also have anti-corruption bureau in place, which looks into corruption at all levels and conduct operations and look into disproportionate assets. They have also established the office of Chief Vigilance Officer of the state. All these efforts are in the direction of trying to control corruption and misuse of power. So I would still say we are a long way away from actually giving proper policing services to the citizens, because the problem of corruption and the problem of misuse of office exist, and it exists in a major way. So long way to go, I would say.
Well, so going ahead with our next question, talking about importance of usage of technology. Now, how important is technology and its usage in criminal justice system or administration of justice? If you could throw some light there, sir.
Please allow me to add the word use of technology along with the use of technology, use of science and forensic science for that. You see, forensics are known to help us for a long time. You all must have heard of use of fingerprinting, DNA analysis, examination of articles that we collect from the scene of crime, physical, chemical, all kinds of things, ballistics, all those sciences have been quite old. But now there are a number of things which are new, which have come up and are being used: data analysis, use of artificial intelligence, even profiling of scene of crime. CBI has taken a lead in that, and Gujarat police has also done something in that field. So technology, use of social media for that matter, use of big data, all that helps us in working out cases. And if you see a small thing like CCTV, which is quite old now, can be used for identifying suspects, can be used for regulating traffic, and these coupled with artificial intelligence can actually help us in enforcing various kinds of laws in this country. So it is a very important aspect of policing. Unfortunately, we lack a little. There is some lag, maybe because of our resources in this country. But yes, we are making use of them, and they are very important, actually essential for proper policing.
Now, sir, we often hear about the infrastructural problems that are faced by the Indian police, and this problem is pretty much plagued the entire system. And has the time now come to bring about police reforms? And if yes, then, sir, any suggestions from your end?
Yeah. See, infrastructural issues have been there ever since the department has been in existence. For example, we have problems with our staffing. We are nowhere near world standards or the recommended standards. We have problems with our transport. We still don't have that kind of mobility, and we still don't have the latest technology for communication. All these three have been existing ever since. So nothing new about that. But now, if you see, uh, the criminals are way ahead of us in technology, and we are slow to imbibe those technologies in police. So resources are a challenge, but yes, we do make up for this scarcity of resources by hard work, by a commitment. So we tend to do whatever best can be done. And you said about police reforms, yes, it is time to reform police in a big way. And as I said, Supreme Court had issued an order, but those reforms, though they can be very effective if implemented in the right spirit, but there are many other things in reform that we can do at our own. Certain things, certain reforms, they don't need any directions, any resources. We can reform the department from within. I'll give you a small example of registering an FIR. The law is there, the Supreme Court judgments are there, yet there are complaints of non-registration. So this kind of a reform, that we follow law, that we the policing that we do is evidence-based policing, can be done at our level without much support or any enactments, legal enactments. So it is high time we reform ourselves from within.
Now, sir, talking about social media, we've seen usage, we've seen its misuse, and everybody is all over social media these days, and everybody is super active. And social media is one tool that has its own pros and cons. It can be a boon for some, it can be a bane for some. And talking about policing through social media, what are your views on it, sir?
Social media is a very effective communication tool. You can express yourselves in no time. You can do so many things like, apps like WhatsApp have made things so simple. So social media is a boon, but it's a boon for the criminal also. So while they can commit crime easily and with anonymity, it also gives some power, some leverage to police also, because we have access to that data, we can analyze it, we can try and identify the suspects and successfully investigate cases. End-to-end encryption in social media, of course, remains a very huge challenge for police. But there's no denying the fact that we have to live with social media, we have to make best use of it. Once again, it has both pros and cons. But I would say police can and should make use of social media for investigation, even for prevention of crime, even for predictive policing. All three things we can do.
Now, sir, you've served as a top police officer of the state. And I'm sure you must have been part of any landmark police case that you wish to discuss with the viewers tonight.
Yeah. I would want to share some experiences about crime. There was a bomb explosion in Ajmer Dargah. Soon afterwards, I was posted as the additional Director General of Anti-Terrorist Squad in Rajasthan. This case had gone cold. People had started saying that we can't work it out. Even governments had started feeling that way. Government at the state and the center. So while we were investigating this case, Haryana police was also investigating Samjhauta Express bomb blast, and CBI was investigating Mecca Masjid Hyderabad case. And we had reason to believe that all three were the work of the same organization or group. So we continued to investigate while it was a matter of pride for us that we were the first one to crack the case. And the success in this case led to success in the other two cases that I mentioned, the arrests and charge sheeting. And it led to several other cases across the country which were not worked out till then. Their successful investigation was possible. It even led to release of certain people who were convicted in an act of terror, in a case of terror, wrongly. They were released by the court because we could establish that it was the work of the same group as Ajmer bomb blast. So it was a matter of great pride. And I must say that Rajasthan police was the only police who could get a conviction in this case. Other cases, conviction hasn't taken place yet. Some have actually resulted in acquittal. So maybe superior investigation and better prosecution in Rajasthan.
Oh, that was some case that you've dealt, sir. And talking about mentor or guide, who was your mentor, sir, in your incredible journey as a top police officer of the state?
Very difficult question, Jay, to answer, because I am beholden to a lot many people in police department, right from the constable, head constable, investigating officers, the SHOs at the police station level, who taught me their respective work, the supervisory officers who taught me their work, and the senior ones right up to the Director General of Police, who actually taught me by personal example, who led by personal example. I am beholden to all of them, and so can't answer your question. Sorry about that.
Absolutely fine, sir. Since you have so many of them, so it's impossible to mention all the names, and I totally buy that. Now, sir, when we talk about community policing, so what are your views on it? Is it important? Is it been happening? What are, if you could throw some light this?
Yeah, community policing has assumed a lot of importance these days. Community policing is basically policing after consultation with the community and in association with community. It is a low-cost policing technique, and it yields great results as far as low-level crime is concerned. But the theory is, the belief is that if you take care of the low-level crime, these serious offenses will also reduce in the society. It actually helps us build bridges between ourselves and the community. Something that the police is always accused of, that there is a huge gap. There is no communication, no contact with the police, between the police and the community. But I must assure you that police can't do anything worthwhile without the community. I could mention a few initiatives that Rajasthan police has taken. One is Police Mitra. So Police Mitra was launched in 2019, June 2019. And soon after COVID struck. And when COVID struck, Police Mitra came in so handy that they helped us in every which way, communicating to the people at large, trying to help us in enforcing the COVID protocols, and also helping us in reaching out to the needy ones and giving them food and shelter. Whatever was the need, they were there. And if you may recall, they were actually greeted by people with garlands and flowers all around, all over the state. So they came in so handy. And I could tell you any number of cases. We have our community liaison group who help us in resolving minor disputes in the society. that reduces the burden on police, prosecution, judiciary, everyone, and helps restore some peace and tranquility in the society. So that's a very, very important segment now. And abroad, people are taking to community policing, or they sometimes call it community-oriented policing, in a big way.
And so lastly, what are the biggest challenges that are faced by the police forces today? What are the most serious set of challenges that you think threaten police today?
Yeah, challenges are huge. And I would say that they were never as big as they are today. Probably with every passing day, police has new and bigger challenges. But if I were to list them, the external security challenge, the biggest challenge is terrorism. If I were to look inwards, the internal security issues, the Naxalism, Maoism, as they call it, the cyber crime, the use of drone, the use of cryptocurrency, they are all, and the use of artificial intelligence by the criminals are huge challenges. Cybercrime is probably the fastest growing crime today in the world. So there are huge challenges, and we really need to do something serious about having the capacity to deal with them. So any challenges, any number. But that's the kick you get in this job. That's the beauty of this job, that you have such challenges to meet.
Well, sir, and to add to what you said, sir, I feel, and I'm of the opinion that given the exponential rise in number of cyber crimes, it's high time when the police forces are well equipped with cyber cells, because the person who's aggrieved has absolutely no clue where to go, how to register a complaint, under what provisions of the IT Act the FIR is supposed to be registered. The SHO would at times would not have any clue. So there is a very major problem that needs to probably be looked into, rectified, and worked upon. And I'm sure that, when you talk about police reforms, this reform is definitely mandatory and it has to happen as soon as possible, given the number of credit card frauds, swipe frauds, etc. and etc. I think that is more or less the most important thing that needs to be done.
Yeah, I agree with you. You see, training is a major issue. So training, whether it is about the cybercrime or the other areas of policing, training is a major issue. And about cybercrime, you're very right. The police station level staff is not even aware of the legal provisions or the skills required to investigate those offenses. So a major push is required in that direction. There can't be two opinions about that.
I think, sir, you beautifully summed it up by mentioning the word training. I think training is extremely important at every juncture, at every stage of posting. I think it's all about training, and I hope that these things are looked into and there is a reform that we see. So it was an absolute honor, sir, for me to record this session, and I had a great time doing it, and I hope this interview does not lead to my custodial interrogation on a lighter note, but I'm glad that
I enjoyed very much, Jay.
yes, sir.
Every minute or every second of it, I must say I enjoyed it.
Absolutely, sir.
And I hope your viewers find it useful.
Absolutely, sir.
And once again, a very happy Republic Day to you and the viewers, and the very best to you all.
Thank you so much, sir. It was absolute honor for me to record this session. To all the viewers who are watching, our email is mentioned on the channel. In case if you have any queries with respect to any of the fundamentals or questions that were discussed, feel free to write to us. We'll be more than happy to assist you on those questions. And thank you so much, sir. Once again, your presence really means a lot to me and my team. And it's goodbye for now. Happy Republic Day once again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.